talented.
So I've got friends in low places. Thank you for being my friend in a low place, Nick.
You're welcome.
Wow, that was lovely. I love your hype, man. Like Nick just sort of like, yeah, throw it in.
I can't
Social,
sing
low.
that
I love that.
I can't sing that low.
I can barely sing that low.
Now, you, hello, the Werners, and welcome to the internet. Hey, you guys went out there and you said, hey, talk about your favorite country song. What was that about? What inspired you to go country this week?
Why did we go country this week? Out of sheer boredom, I think.
Yeah, running out of other options, yeah.
Yeah, and our lovely friend Rita suggested that song. I asked, what's your favorite contemporary country song?
Yes.
And Rita suggested I've Got Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks. So that's who we chose.
Never heard of him. But no, he did a great job at the inauguration too. He came on and sang that Garth Brooks did.
Is one of my favorite Food Network hosts. So
who's that?
Shout out to her.
Who is she?
Trish. Her name's Trish. Trisha Yearwood?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trisha Yearwood. Well, this MTFL bump will get her known on the internet. So you're welcome, Trisha. And Stacey, I love your center part. If I had hair, I would also part it in the center.
Yeah. In the comments, tell me, do I look like Lord Farquaad? Because that's what I feel like today.
No, you're very tall. You don't look anything like him. Stacey, I love you. Nick, I love you. Mwah! I will see you guys later on in the show. Howdy, Internet. Welcome to my Talented Friends Live. I'm Chris Gibson. I'm your host. My friends call me Gibby. I hope you will too. And I want to say before anything else, I want to welcome our Inner Circle members here at Open Stage here in chilly, brisk Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Who are the Inner Circle members, you might ask? Well, they are a group of passionate art supporters who believe that theater is priceless. And it's through their selfless donations once a month that we are able to provide this entire season to you, our 35th season to you, completely by donation only. So we like to think that if you join the Inner Circle at Open Stage, you're helping make theater accessible for someone else. So we hope you will do that. Join the Inner Circle. And when I say we, I don't mean the royal we, not just the royal we. I also mean my lovely and talented spouse sitting right in front of me, the beautiful, the gorgeous Rachel Landon. Hello, love. Cheers. Chin chin. Cheers. We can almost do it without spilling wine on the cameras. We shouldn't. How are you this evening, my love?
I'm great. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been snowed in for the past couple of days. It's been snowpocalypse. I
love snow days.
I love it. I'm not complaining. Snow days in PA are just fine. If anybody's worried about us, don't be. We are stocked up with booze and other things to keep us occupied. And I may have murdered my back shoveling us out of that house to get here. But you know what? It was all for you, Internet. We do this all for the love of the Internet. Hey, last week we tried some stuff. We tried some things, pet impressions. We tried to do impressions of our pets. And then we encouraged our audience to send in their own pet impressions. And sure enough, somebody did. Right? Did you have those? Two people did. What do we got?
Yeah. So the first pet impression is from Rita Smith, our librarian friend.
The best.
And her progeny, as she calls them, did an impression with their cat.
Fletcher looks just like the cat.
Both redheads.
Both dangerous.
Very good.
Both have murder paws. Little known fact. And then there's another one, right?
Yeah.
Hey, and Rita said that young Fletcher might want to be on the show sometime, and I said, get the young man on here. He's a talented actor and a musician and a singer. We saw him. I remember seeing him wearing some very high-heeled red boots. Was that for MTFL? He did a song from Kinky
MTFL.
Boots.
The other thing.
MTW.
MTW.
Yeah, he did a song from Kinky Boots or something like that. Is that what it was?
Boots, yeah.
Yeah. He's super talented. So hopefully we'll get him on the show. Rita, have him call me. Who else do we have doing pet impressions?
My dad sent in this bizarre picture. Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, good.
I don't know if that can be a pet impression.
What is that? It's Bernie Sanders in in the movie Cats.
On a lemur's body.
Oh, it's a lemur. It's not a
I
cat?
think it's a lemur.
Hmm.
I think it's a lemur.
It's disturbing. Could you please remove it from the screen? Thank you, Wayne, for that
Thanks, Dad.
unexpected treasure. That's awesome. Was that an enthusiastic activity from Liz Curtis? Was that the pet impressions, or was that just something fun that we did? Anyway, if you have a pet and you'd like to do an impression of it, you can do it on video or in picture, and then you drop it to MTFL at OpenStageHBG.com. And Patty says hello, Fletcher. Hello, Fletcher. I can't read the comments now because they're so far away. Is that Derek Neal talking? I can't wait to murder paws and conversation. Yeah, well, I mean, anybody who has a cat knows all about murder paws, right? They are a real thing. You know what else is a real thing?
What?
Chad Michelson.
Good segue.
Thank you. That's what I do. I'm a professional. Hi, Chad.
Hi. Yeah, contrary to popular belief, I am a real person.
Contrary to popular belief, I am a professional. So, Chad, I've been tasked with not being quite so mean to you this week.
Yeah.
By Rachel.
What a change of pace.
Yeah, well, we like to mix it up and keep it fresh here.
I'm
Yes.
excited.
Apparently, I've been salty to you. I famously never watch these shows. I never go back and look at them, so I've never seen an episode. But apparently, I've been rather salty to you and the Chad room, and more importantly, my wife said that I should be nicer. So
There's a whole compilation reel of you just kicking me off the screen.
really,
Being so mean.
oh, that sounds wonderful. Chad, what's going on in the Chad room, in the murder, torture, circus tent that is the Chad room? What do you got going on there today? You got a question of the day for us?
Oh, Gibby, I always have a question of the day because I just want to know everything and anything. Today's question is a good one, I have to say. Came from the old mind palace here.
The old brain pan.
The old, noggin.
Okay, lay it on.
If you could hang out with any cartoon character, who would it be?
If you could if you could spend some quality time with any cartoon character.
Why not?
That's good. Do you have one right off the bat, Chad? Who would you go with?
Oh, Danny Phantom.
Who?
Danny Phantom. He was just 14 when his parents built a really strange machine. It was designed to build a world unseen. And when it didn't quite work, his folks, they just quit. And then Danny took a look inside of it. There was a great big flash and everything just changed. His molecules got all rearranged.
Are you freestyling? What is happening here? What is this? Is this a thing? Rachel's rolling her eyes, so it must be a youthful thing that I don't know about.
You're Gen X and you have no children.
I'm Gen X and I have no children. That's right. Yeah.
That's the theme song.
To what?
To the cartoon Danny Phantom.
It's a cartoon called Danny Phantom?
Yeah, about a kid who can turn into a ghost.
Yeah, I got to know the whole thing. Oh, he can turn into a ghost. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll check it out. So everybody, and I'm sure in the chat room, is just piling on with the Danny Phantom. Of course, Danny Phantom's a thing. All right. Well, look, that's great. We'll start pulling together and calling together all of these different cartoon characters. Thank you, Chad. And in the spirit of being kind to Chad, kindly remove Chad from the screen.
I feel like that's the same as kicking me off the screen.
Just get rid of him, please. Just pull him off of the screen.
So much.
There you go. That's nice. I just like to hear him be cut off in the middle of speaking. We've got a huge show for you, Internet. Oh my God, it's an amazing show. It's a massive show. It's a massive, amazing show featuring our special guest, Collin Shook. Straight out of Austin, Texas, the creator of Monk's Jazz, which is an unbelievable live stream jazz program that plays on Tuesday nights that you can watch on repeat, because of course you're going to watch us, but we'll talk about that later. We've got a new foodie friend for you. We've got a song from the Werners, of course, Natch. I'm going to call a friend. Gibby will call a friend this week, and we'll play a rousing game of Wed, Bed, or Behead. But before we get to any of that, first up is our news segment.
What happened?
That happened. Damn it.
All about the timing.
No,
It's all about the
more,
timing.
We got some more tries. So let's
Oh yeah. Several tries. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Here we go. They're going to go right. These are stories ripped from the headlines, folks. Literally ripped. And the first one is called "Who Can Tell?" Researchers have predicted the COVID-19 pandemic will open new opportunities in healthcare for the robotics industry. Anticipating that need, Hong Kong-based Hanson Robotics is set to roll out 4 models of humanoid robots in the first half of 2021. Company founder David Hanson believes robotic solutions to the pandemic are not limited to healthcare, but could also assist customers in industries such as retail, airlines, and even online entertainment. What? Hanson said he aims to sell thousands of robots in 2021, both large and small, and has already delivered several dozen for market testing. His robot models are currently named Sophia, Mark, Anna, and Chad. Yeah, that's right.
That happened.
That happened. Maybe Chad's a robot. It could be. You never know. You never know. The next one is, that was some good quality. Chad caught deer in the headlights there. And now Chad's madly doing the robot backstage. Okay, moving on. Death rides a pale hobby horse. The last 2 Toys R Us stores in the United States are now closing for good. Encouraged for years to change their retail tactics to keep up with the profoundly changing customer trends, the store explained they didn't want to grow up and they were too busy being fairy princesses. And I say there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's just fine.
That happened.
Nice.
I mean, I love fairy princesses. All about the Tubmans. After being forestalled by the Trump, I like that word, forestalled. After being forestalled by the Trump administration, the Harriet Tubman $20 bill is now being fast-tracked to be adopted as American currency by President Biden. Anyone offended by putting an abolitionist warrior like Harriet Tubman on the 20 rather than a genocidal madman like Andrew Jackson? Anybody like that is encouraged to go ahead and send all of your Tubmans to My Talented Friends Live. We'll take care of them for you.
It's not enough, but that happened.
It is not enough. It's not enough, but it's a start. It doesn't hurt. There's a lot of old white men that we need to get off our currency and a whole bunch of other things. Yeah, everything. Amen to that. Wanted a better class of potheads. Amsterdam officials are set to vote on whether to radically change its historic center to relocate the famed red light district and attract better quality tourists. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, the city attracted 20 million tourists per year and was known for its thriving nightlife and cannabis-selling cafes and bars. Cannabis has been readily available in coffee shops in Amsterdam, where the red light district is located, and prostitution is also allowed, but the district's mayor is seeking political support to stop foreigners visiting to get high. Under the new plans she has put forward, the mayor is hoping to turn the focus away from sex and drugs and make the inner city a little bit more livable for locals. Similar efforts are underway in Key West to keep the tourists from visiting for the sunshine, Rome to keep the tourists from visiting for the architecture, and New Orleans to keep the tourists from visiting for the vomiting. But really, once you take away the vomiting, what's left?
That happened.
Indeed. You don't cough till you get off, Stace. No, you don't get off until you cough. There you're holding it in there. Okay, good. Dissension in the ranks. The United States Space Force has announced its naming system to to complement the airmen, privates, and seamen of the other military branches. Seamen. The term for the lowest rank of the Space Force will be specialist. Now, science fiction fans are outraged and have vowed to keep calling these low-rank Space Force individuals spacemen or sentinels or laser phaser photon guardians, which I think is just so much better.
Yeah. That happened.
Yay.
That did happen, y'all. Way to go. Hey, big high five for the team. That happened. High five. Boom, boom, in the internet's face. Thank you to Patrick Hughes and even Dave Richwine for that fine comedy writing. That was our news segment.
What happened?
That happened.
Beautiful. Expertly done. It's as if we've been doing this for weeks and months. We have some new foodie friends on the way to the show. By way of David Knoell, my NASA nerd friend out in Chicago. David is an educator in Chicago, and a few of his students put together a recipe that is quote unquote guaranteed not to kill you. Okay, I don't know what that means. Please enjoy Sweet Sue.
Hi, I'm Pop. This is Pop It in the Oven. Today's episode, Father Knows Breast. Last week, I asked you all to send in some user-submitted recipes, really challenge me. And, well, I got them. I got some wacky recipes, and I decided to go with the weirdest one. It's this canned chicken. I guess this is an entire chicken, like wings, legs, breasts, all in one in this sumptuary package of a can. So I'm gonna make that for my family. Stick around. So I started looking for recipes for Sweet Sue's canned chicken online, and they were not very helpful. A lot of bad reviews, there were some warnings, some speculation about it not being safe to eat. I mean, this can isn't like swollen with botulism or anything, so I'm just gonna ignore that, and I chose my own recipe. It's called poulet rôti, and then au su, because of, Sweet Sue's canned chicken. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this thing out of this can and put it into a nice bed of vegetables with some carrots, some celery, maybe stuffed inside, some parsley, and squeeze some lemon on it for flavor. And, and then add some potatoes, maybe some onion. We'll see what else I have around the house. And that should take about 5 minutes to prep all the vegetables. It's really simple. You cook it for about an hour. The recipe with the exact ingredient list is in the description. Okay, well, let's open Sweet Sue. The reviews were, again, not great. Okay, well, it's open. Oh boy. Oh, it smells like dog food. Okay, let's get this chicken out of this can. Oh, it's very gelatinous. Oh, the seal's been broken. Gotta really get in there. Oh my God. that was unexpected. I don't know if this is actually a whole chicken or if this is... Oh, yep. It's just kind of shredded. All right, well, we're going to put this aside and work on the vegetables now. When cutting your vegetables, you want to make sure you really space out the cuts evenly, because you don't want them to be too small, but you don't want them to be too big. If it's not uniform enough, it won't cook evenly, and that affects the flavor. So we're gonna make sure that we really get in there. I like to cut mine, pretty uniform. Once you got that nice and peeled, we're gonna cut it into some medallions. I like medallions. You might prefer little strips or fingers. It's really your preference. Just make sure that it cooks evenly. Sweet potatoes do take a while, but remember, we're cooking this chicken for an hour in the oven, so that's plenty of time for a cut sweet potato to cook. Well, now we've got this made, so we're gonna pop it in the oven for an hour at 450. Let's pop it in the oven. Oh, that's hot. Oh. And we'll check on that in about an hour. When cooking for your family, it doesn't always have to be work. You can kick back, enjoy a nice beer, maybe have a little snack. Nothing too filling, you don't want to ruin your appetite. There's the oven. Looks like we're done. Let's see what we got.
Every star above knows the one I love. Sweet Sue, just you and the moon on high.
Well, that was disturbing. Thanks, I think, to Explodio Rodeo for that potentially unsolved crime. Stephen Bromfield, Ellen DeSitter, Kevin Flynn, Ryan Goodwin make up Explodio Rodeo and put together that delightful cooking segment. Yeah, just one of our foodie friends were murdered by a canned chicken. Okay, so that was fun. And Explodio Rodeo says you can tip them by donating to Open Stage, which is a great idea. You just go to openstagehbg.com, open up your digital wallet and make a donation. Or even better than that, become one of our Inner Circle members. All the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah.
Speaking of cool kids, Chad Michelson.
See, it's getting easier, isn't it?
No, it's very, very, unless I have to force myself, but it is doable. Chad, how's the QOTD going?
It's going great. I have a whiteboard full of answers.
What? Let's hear them.
Well, to name off a few, our good pal Stacy of the Werners says that Gem and the Holograms is who she would want to hang out with.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. She's Gem. She's outrageous, is what I've heard.
I also hear that. Our friend Patty over on the Facebooks wants
Patty.
to meet Mighty Mouse. We love Patty. Jen over on YouTube wants to meet. What?
Oh,
we were singing the Mighty Mouse theme song. Mighty Mouse is on his way.
I
Oh, do you not know it, Chad? Is it a cultural reference that you don't understand?
Chris.
The youth are so angry about the old people, but then okay, I'm sorry. I've been watching a lot of TikTok. and the olds get really beat up there. So sorry, Chad. Continue on with your answers.
Jen on YouTube says she would want to hang out with Catra from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power exclusively on Netflix.
Did you ever watch that?
I have. It's quite empowering for young women.
Indeed.
Yes.
Who else?
Patrick says Daria.
Yeah.
Oh, now Daria, that's hitting me right in the sweet spot. Back in the day when MTV played music videos and cartoons, that was one of the first cartoon shows they did.
Wasn't that 89?
Yes, that's right. The year I graduated high school, Chad.
I wasn't born yet.
Moving on.
And then our good friend, our enthusiastic friend Liz says,
Liz Curtis.
Yeah, Liz Curtis says, Princess from BoJack Horseman would be her pick to hang out with, but Cat from Peg and Cat would be a close second.
She likes cats.
Princess from BoJack Horseman, if I'm not incorrect, voiced by the incredible Amy Sedaris, right?
Yeah.
Right? Amy Sedaris, who I worship her. You know, Rachel has Henry Cavill. Is that his name? The guy who plays The Witcher.
Not Henry Cavill. Geralt of Rivia.
Well, but not like so. Rachel has Geralt. I have Amy Sedaris. That's my celebrity.
That's a real person.
Yeah, what I'm saying, my celebrity. What do you call that when you're allowed to have a celebrity pass or something like that? When you're
that doesn't exist.
Oh.
It's the list that you make with the person that you're with about people that you can be with if you have the opportunity to. Yeah,
You have that.
And you
that's a thing.
Well, if I had that choice, I would pick Amy Sedaris. Anything else, Chad, or shall we move on with the show?
We can move on with the show. I have some more, but we can save them for later.
We'll check back in. Remind everybody what the question of the day is in case they've just tuned in.
Sure. Well, if you just tuned in, our QOTD question of the day is, if you could hang out with any cartoon character, who would it be? Drop it in the comments below, and maybe I'll mention you on MTFL.
Wow, check out Chad. I like this whole new thing of me being nice to Chad and Chad doing his job. It's all working out very well.
Yeah.
Get him.
What?
Yeah, just go in. So, if you've just joined the show, you're late. You've missed a very bizarre chicken cooking segment that we're going to figure out. We're going to get to the bottom of that before the show's over. Something weird happened there. But there's a lot more show to come. Collin Shook hasn't even shook yet. He's about to come on here and shake for you on the other side of these commercial breaks. So we hope that you will stay tuned for these messages.
Welcome, stranger. Please, sit. You look weary. Is Sleepy Hollow your aim? You have reached it. We are just on the skirts of town, though at this hour you won't see a living soul for miles. Most of the town folk have been here their whole lives. Many come, that is for sure, but few leave this sleepy little place. I believe that while perhaps some of the tales in circulation are true, most are only superstition and hearsay.
Hey, the internet, welcome back. Hey, during that last commercial break, we saw a commercial for Greet and Company, and there is a something, Rachel, I don't know if you know this, that ties that Greet and Company commercial to the one before. It was Sleepy Hollow. Do you know what it is? This is a deep cut.
Yeah.
Both of those things feature Gabriella DeCarli, one of our talented friends here at Open Stage. Gabriella, of course, runs the greeting card company Greet and Co, and they are amazing. You can go online and buy some custom-made greeting cards. Gabriella's artistic talent is unbelievable, and you can actually not only see that in the greeting cards, but you can see it in the production of Sleepy Hollow. Gabriella will be doing some artwork for one of the.
Don't get too much away.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away. Just her artwork's going to be featured, and it's amazing. You must check out Sleepy Hollow. What an incredible team of creators behind that, including America's former sweetheart, Matthew Golden. America broke up with him, but we love him. We love him. No matter what America has to say. They love that TJ Creedon, though. Boy, nobody will shut up about TJ Creedon, how great he is.
Yeah.
Also, Matt Golden does things. So back to the show. And let's talk about our next guest, Rachel, Collin Shook.
Oh, yeah.
You know Collin. You and I
do.
both know Collin. We were on tour with Collin. Yeah, Collin played for us when we were doing the Intergalactic Nemesis, a live-action graphic novel that toured the world. It's where Rachel and I met. It's also where Collin and I met, but I didn't marry Collin. I just invited him to be a guest on the show.
Yeah.
And Collin is a jazz pianist, a composer, a double bassist, a piano tuner. He's a multi-talented guy, but when you see him on the piano, it's amazing. Collin moved to Austin back in 2007 and created Monk's Jazz Club, which is a real-life, pre-pandemic pop-up listening room concept. But because of the pandemic, he's moved the show online, and it is on Tuesday nights. So obviously you want to watch it after you've watched My Talented Friends Live, but you definitely want to check it out. He has done more than 65 live stream performances. They are, if you like jazz, these are unbelievable. I am honored to bring you my friend Collin Shook. Please enjoy this improvised piece of music, followed by a pre-recorded interview.
Hey guys, my name's Collin. I'm out here in Austin, Texas. I run a thing called Monk's Jazz, and I'm happy to be here with Chris today. This is just an improvised piece, no standard, no nothing, just playing some jazz chords.
What is your process for improvising such beautiful music, such intricate music, just like that?
So, I'm also a piano tuner. After I finish the tuning or between the rough pass and the fine pass, I'll shred for a while. And sometimes it's just hitting a root, a fifth, and then the major third, just like seeing how that rings and going da na 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 na. And sometimes you just got to let that space ring out. And I feel like from the piano tuning, I've had a lot of these like meditative solo piano moments in practice, and then come up with a 3 or 4 note melody, sing it, ba da da da, da da da, ba, and kind of call and response into that. And I think some of those things has caused me to just want to sit there with a chord, suspend a few things, transcend, or try to have a transcendental experience through what's happening in the music, rather than it being a light, fluffy, pedestrian, we're in love in the city and dancing and all that stuff. That's what most jazz tunes are, and the standards that we all play are from that era. Of course, I had an interview last month with Sightlines magazine. The quote came out that it's like, who wants to hear a mild Girl from Ipanema every night? Not that Girl from Ipanema isn't a great song, it's just that most people who play it are doing it because it's a very safe, cozy, and non-confrontational, non-transformative song.
When you were coming up with Monks, what was the inspiration behind it? Because you were working in sort of alternative spaces from the get-go.
Yes, it was in an art gallery that was slated to be demolished. Well, what's going on over there? It's like art gallery. So I rented 2 spots to basically put together a pop-up show. Like the original conception wasn't that I was going to have a jazz brand or venue that it is now. My trio announced the day before, and we made $900 for a 90-minute stream. And that's when the Jazz Society said, hey, if you guys keep doing Tuesdays, bring in a horn player, we'll underwrite, a guarantee a bottom floor, and then the rest goes to the Project Safety Net, which is this beautiful thing the Jazz Society put together. They put like over $90,000 in the pockets of Austin musicians, either via grants or through shows like this. Monks in its current form would not exist without the Jazz Society saying, okay, every Tuesday, let's do this. And then with that in the bag, I could afford to say, even if I break even, I'm going to rent this space and try to create as much art and create as much space for artists to stream to their friends and family.
What's the best way for somebody to experience Monks online?
Go to the YouTube channel, Monks Jazz Club. YouTube is the best way to have a high fidelity experience, and you can throw it on your smart TV, put on your sound system, and it feels like you're right in the room with us.
How does the audience support you? How do they contribute?
So they can use PayPal or Venmo. I put the artist Venmo and PayPal, and we work out kind of a percentage spread with those guys. We're actually just about to launch our Patreon, doing some early access content to like 4K edited videos and some interviews and some different things. You can go to monksjazz.com, and there's a PayPal and Venmo button if you just like to directly support Monks and what we're doing here at the shop. It's almost better than being there. A lot of times you have a seat, 20 seats back, and some people are almost preferring this. I know 10 people that have said they've watched more jazz in the last year than they have in the last 10 years.
I love you, my friend. Thank you for doing what you do, and we'll see you next time.
Wonderful. Love you too, Chris. Thank you so much for having me on, and we'll catch up soon.
Collin Shook, just playing some jazz chords, just like something easy like that. You just sort of no. It's super easy. Collin's a super genius, and we've got more from him coming up in the show. If you'd like to support Collin, obviously you're going to want to go and check out monksjazz.com and do yourself a favor and check out the live streams. It's not just Collin; he brings in some amazing musicians. Playing all different types of instruments. But if you want to support him directly, you can go to Venmo at Collin-Shook or PayPal.me/Collin Shook Music. Make a contribution to the man. He deserves it. He is a hardworking artist, just like the Werners. And I think it is time. See, now I got my music going, and I want to hear more. I need more. It's like a fix. I gotta have it. So let's hear a song from the Werners. Hey, the Werners. Stacy, you look lovely. You look gorgeous. What is this outfit you've got you're working tonight?
So I actually got this thrifting. I think I got it from Goodwill a couple weeks ago. And
What a find.
It's like one of those 90s like matching. I'm not wearing the shorts with it, but I have shorts that are this exact material as well.
I hope that
And
Nick is wearing the shorts.
Now you've spoiled it.
I'm sorry.
Spoiled it.
The big reveal.
Yeah.
Well, it's lovely, and I love your hair. And I love the whole thing. You're looking fabulous. What do you guys sing for us tonight?
So tonight, I think I've already sang a song from this musical. It's The Wild Party, Andrew Lippa's version. But my good friend, America's sweetheart, TJ Creedon, requested this song today. So this one specifically goes out to my dear, dear Birdsie. TJ Creedon, take it away. We're all so sure, we're all so wise, no limits, no boundaries, no compromise, laughing at our neighbor, smiling through a hiss. How did we come to this? So cunning, so clever, and so admired. Easy to be angry, easy to dismiss. How did we come to this? Maybe I've been living in a daydream. Maybe I've been talking in my sleep. If I've been awake, pardon my mistake. Time and talk is throwing cheap. We play our games. We place our bets. No witness, no weakness, and no regrets. Filling up with frenzy, killing with the kiss. How did we all come to this? Time goes by, plans grow stale, people die, and parties fail. How did we come to this?
Coming back, Miss Dixon. Here we go.
How are we so lucky to have the Werners? Mwah, I love you guys. I love you both so much. I love that song. So beautiful. Please tip the Werners. Go to Venmo at n-werner-86 and dump all your money in their digital wallet because they deserve it. And I got to tell you, Wild Party was so much fun. We saw that Bare Bones production upstairs at the brewery, Federal Tap House, right? Was that 2 years ago now?
I think so.
And
Time has no meaning.
Time has no meaning. There were so many amazing people in there. Not just Nick and Stacy and TJ, but Tyler Chick and and Caitlin Gracie, and I mean, there was just I could go on and on and on about all the amazing musicians and singers in that show. And so thanks, the Werners, for bringing that memory back to me. And now I want to get straight back into more jazz with my buddy Collin Shook. Rach, do you have another video ready to roll with Collin?
Sure do.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, this next piece is a composition by Thelonious Monk. It's called Let's Cool One. I haven't played it in many weeks, but I think this is the time to whip it out.
Collin Shook, ladies, gentlemen, everybody in between. I hope you enjoyed some high quality jazz. If you did, please tip Collin by going on Venmo at Collin-Shook, or you can go to PayPal at Collin Shook Music. Excuse me. You can also visit monksjazz.com and check out the incredibly high quality jazz streams that go out there. I mean, especially if you check it out on YouTube, the sound and video quality is top notch. Ladies, gentlemen, everybody in between, give it up for Collin Shook. And let's quickly check in with Chad for the QOTD, the question of the day. See if there's any updates, Chad, any other cartoon characters people want to hang out with?
So many cartoon characters, Gibby. I'm going to rattle them just all off right now. We got so many of you in the chat room giving me cartoon characters you'd want to hang out with, so let's get right into it. Our librarian friend Rita would want to hang out with Candace from Phineas and Ferb to talk about notes on brothers, little brothers specifically. Our friend Liz Madden dropped in the chat as well, saying that She-Ra,
now the all-time winner, Liz Madden. What did she win? Who she want to hang out with?
She-Ra. Another She-Ra.
Another She-Ra.
Because she has a sword and a Pegasus with rainbow wings. So, like, why not?
Yeah, sure.
Our good pal Joe over on YouTube, better known around these parts as Joey B, would want to hang out with Mario and Luigi because he feels like there's some familial bonding that needs to happen there.
Okay. Joey. Okay, it's a fair point. Sure.
Yeah. Our friend Tyler Chick says that he would want to hang out with either Jake the dog or Marceline from Adventure Time.
Absolutely.
Marceline, right?
Huh?
You're hipster. You know Marceline.
Sure, I know them both. I enjoy the Adventure Time, and now there's a new one. Doesn't Marceline have a new show with Princess? I can't remember her name. The princess. Bubblegum. Princess Bubblegum, and they're in a lovely relationship, and it's a great cartoon, right?
It's a real good cartoon.
I've not seen it yet, but I will definitely check it out. Collin Shook is in the chat room. Collin, thank you, buddy, for all you did tonight. Boy, you blew everybody away. And Chad, thank you for everything you've done tonight. You didn't blow anybody away, but you've definitely done what we expected you to do. And that is a step up. So get rid of Chad and get rid of him. Just get rid of him. And stick around for these messages, because believe it or not, there's still more show, even though we're running so behind. Okay.
That's okay.
We are taking a break from your regularly scheduled programming so that I, Miss Honey Grace, can bring you this extremely important announcement. And the announcement involves me and what I'm going to be doing on February 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/MissHoneyGrace. I'm going to be holding my second online virtual cabaret. Now, if you're not familiar, the first time we did it, it was during Christmas, and I gathered all my super talented friends, and we did a live stream of performances, of singing, of lip syncing, all of our favorite Christmas songs in benefit for the Trevor Project. And we raised over $1,000 for that, and that was all because of you guys and all because of everyone who's involved. Now, for the second time, we're going to be holding something for Valentine's Day, and it's going to be called the Cabaret of Love. And for this, we're going to be accepting donations for my dear, dear friend, Caitlin Wolf, and her IVF journey. Now, if you don't know anything about IVF, neither do I, but it's really fucking expensive, and no health insurance really helps with it. No, they don't really cover it. It's just redonkulous. So, on February 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, come on over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MissHoneyGrace, and join us while all of my famous PA friends sing you our favorite love songs, all in support of my good friend Kate. I can't wait to see you there, and I've already seen some of the performances, and they're really, really good. So I hope you'll tune in, and I can't wait for it. Bye!
Tater Tot Day, everybody. Happy Tater Tot Day. National Tater Tot Day.
I will never get that image of you inhaling that piece of cheesecake out of my head. And I will never get the sound. No!
Jesse Douglas made that sound, and I hate the sound, but it was in honor of Jesse Douglas. That was Jesse Douglas down in Houston, Texas. I know you're watching. That sound I made, first time I ever made it, last time I'll ever make it. It was disgusting. I'll never make it again. But the cheesecake, whew, that was delicious. That's the only way to eat cheesecake, by the way. Just one bite, whole thing.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's time for me to call. I want to call a friend. Rachel, do you have a cue card? Do you have a title card for this? Did you?
I do.
Oh.
And I'm really excited about it.
Okay.
But I want to give everyone a reference because the last time you put me on a spot.
I've never.
You've never done that. But the one time you did, you asked for a bumper sequence.
Uh-huh.
And this is what happened.
Okay. I thought you had a title card. Hey, you have a thing.
Hold on.
Didn't you have a thing?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. We're just gotta collect ourselves.
Yeah.
You made a thing.
Gibby Calls a friend.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
So here's the one I made for you. That will be our bumper sequence from here on.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm ready.
And then we're gonna bring on Dave and Knoell,
I'm
right?
very excited. Sure. Yes. Wow, that bumper was longer than this segment was ever intended to be. So that was well done, Rachel. I loved it.
Wow, Gibby, I feel like I got to talk like this after seeing that intro.
Well, it's that kind of a show, Dave. You know, we talk real fast, and we talk on the phone. We talk in black and white. Dave and Knoell, do you have a do you have a mustache?
Oh yeah, you like that?
I do.
Got the little mustache going there.
That's fine. Do you have to hair club for men that, or are you just still producing those colors in your hair? Because when I grow hair, facial hair, it's just all white now.
Oh no, this is natural coloring. When my dead skin cells push themselves out of my face, they come out dark like this.
Congratulations. And internet is riveted by that, I'm sure. Hey, Dave. Dave, I got a question for you. What is wrong with your students? Is there something? Your students, what is it? The rodeo?
Explodio Rodeo. Did you get to see their awesome new cooking show?
Oh, so good.
So Rachel loves it. I'm deeply disturbed by it. But these are students of yours. Did they learn from watching you?
Yeah, these are they've long since graduated and they've gone off to their own comedy legendary here in Chicago. Nice. They're more chums than former students at this point. Yeah.
Well, it was a super funny sketch and super creepy sketch, and I just cannot shake the image of that canned chicken coming out of the can. It was just
scarier than the ghost.
It was way scarier than the ghost.
I just couldn't help but notice that the sound of you slurping cheesecake sounded like a chicken coming out of a can.
Yeah. It's true. It's fair. Equally disturbing. I think that's a fair assumption and a fair thing to note. Dave, I have a question for you. What have you been up to? What are you doing there in Chicago?
Right now, I can plug a little thing. We're getting ready for another semester of online shows at the school where I teach. So similar to you, we're going to be producing some more online content until it's safe for us to responsibly call people to gather into a space. And we're producing 9 episodes this upcoming semester. We've got variety shows. We've got comedy shows. We're going to do a Dungeons and Dragons show, a film festival, as well as a production of Susan Glaspell's Trifles, directed by Linda Thomas.
Amazing. You know, Open Stage is doing a reading of Trifle's, what is it?
End of the month.
End of the month. We are also doing a reading of that fine piece of theater. So
Wow.
great minds must think alike.
Thank you.
Now, somebody in the chat room had something to say to you. Stephen Bromfield says, David makes us hide in a coffin until the muse speaks. Is that part of your methodology?
Well, in Chicago, we just call it the process.
Oh, right. It's because it's Chicago, of course, naturally. Now, many people on MTFL know you first and foremost as my NASA nerd friend.
That's
I
right.
have a title card for that.
And we have a title card for that. Let's go ahead and let's introduce you properly. There you go.
Sorry.
There it is. That's it. That's a fine graphic art by Rachel Landon, created specifically for you. And David, I want to know what's new in the world of space.
Well, I don't know how much of you keep up with NASA, but I am a NASA nerd,
Not at
so
all.
I've always known what's going on.
Okay.
I got a few NASA updates for you if you'd like to hear them.
I would, sure.
You may have heard the big announcement. This was on a lot of news stations in the past week that SpaceX and NASA have collaborated. They're going to be sending the first 4 commercial astronauts into space. These are 4 wealthy billionaires or something like that. And the neat thing is they got their own mission patch now. That's a big thing in space.
Okay.
Mission patch. And they're calling them the Inspiration 4.
Wow.
Now, Inspiration 4, Chris, this has some potential to really inspire a whole new era of commercial space travel. Or, in my opinion, it has the potential to be the origin story for the worst superheroes ever.
Fair. I think that, it really could go either way. A bunch of specialists, I would imagine they are. That's the name. Did you hear about that? That's the name that they're giving the sort of lowest ranking members of Space Force. Or they're calling them specialists.
Specialists.
Yeah, did you hear about that? Or
No,
did
I
I?
didn't.
Wow, filling you in on some NASA news.
See, I follow NASA, not Space Force, because I do
Okay.
things with people that actually do stuff in space.
Space Force, you burnt.
Birds.
Okay,
I got more space station news. There's a space station, if you didn't know, it's constantly orbiting the Earth every 90 minutes. And just yesterday, crew on the space station, believe it or not, Chris, they harvested vegetables, lettuce, radishes, pak choy, and mustard kale. So not the only people to take up gardening during COVID.
Did they use the poop thing like in The Martian? Is this?
Spoiler.
Sorry, spoilers for those of you who haven't seen The Martian yet. Did they have to poop it out, or did they? Do you know how they went about this? Was it planned?
All I know is that all things are recycled on the space station.
We do have a picture.
Let me just say, these vegetables are so organic that Whole Foods wants to sell them for super high prices.
Wow, so organic. There you have it. There's a picture.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. She's pooping while she's prepping for the vegetables. Do you have another space tidbit for us?
There is one more little update. This week on the space station, 2 astronauts did an EVA. That stands for Extra Vehicular Activity. We commonly know it as a spacewalk.
Okay.
And they were out there to change some batteries and add a new HD camera. Do you know what's hard about changing batteries on the space station, Chris?
I don't.
With the space helmet on, you can't lick it to test if it works. Can't do that. They also installed a new HD camera. The HD camera is going to give them a better view of the space station and its docking procedures, and will let them know who has been stealing their Amazon packages.
Finally, we'll find out.
Yeah, that's it. That's your update from space, Gibby.
Wow, thanks, Dave. That's awesome. Thanks, David Knoell, my NASA nerd friend, my Chicago theater friend, my professor friend, and you know what, Dave? Don't go too far, because I think we're going to keep you around for the next segment. Okay, you've proven yourself worthy, and it was up to Rachel and I. Were like, should we keep him around or should we just boot him after this? But The space humor got us. The poop humor got us. So you're going to stick around for the next segment. So put Dave in backstage while I prep this next segment, Rach. Okay. Live directing and being a jerk on the internet. The next segment that we have for you also has the title card, and this is called Wed Better Behead.
Okay.
She loves that music. Same music.
The same royalty-free music.
Love that royalty-free music. Hey, Wed Better Behead is a family game that has been around for ages. Generations. The early Americans played it around their fireplaces, and so now we're going to play it. It's a game where you choose whether you're going to wed, bed, or behead a group of people. And who do we have playing with us tonight? Well, we got the Werners. The Werners are going to play.
That's us.
There they are. You guys ready for this? Yeah. And then we're going to behead some people, and also known as fuck, marry, kill. But we try to keep it classy.
Only say the F word once.
We can only say the F word once before we say it the second time.
Said it.
And I've said it once. So I've broken the seal. We're going to bring David Knoell into this game. David Knoell from Chicago, ready to play Wed Better Behead. Rachel Landon is going to play. Rachel's in. And even little Chad Michelson is going to join in the fun. So, Rachel, who are we wedding, bedding, or beheading today?
Okay. So, for me, I'm a millennial. I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, my
as I
God.
mentioned. And a really sad thing happened this week.
Oh, that's true.
Well, lots of sad things happened the last few weeks. But a specific thing that happened was that Dustin Diamond died. And for those who don't know who Dustin Diamond is, he played the character of Screech on Saved by the Bell for many, many, many years. Saved by the Bell and all of the sequels. And he was, for me, the ultimate TV nerd.
Yeah.
Now, some people will argue for other nerds. And so today, we're going to be celebrating TV nerds, sitcom nerds.
Okay. All right. All right. And rest in peace, Mr. Diamond. I was a fan of your work, and we wish you and your family. Yes, absolutely. He continued to entertain.
Yeah.
Even after he was saved by the bell. So who are the specific nerds that we will be choosing from?
Okay, so I'm going to take myself out of the equation just so we can get through these rounds faster. Because if we want to play all 3 rounds, we have to do them super fast.
3 rounds of this game, so we have to go lightning quick, y'all, because as you know, we're already running long. And Stuart Landon is looking at his wristwatch like, which is he doesn't own a wristwatch, but he's still looking. So 3 rounds, lightning rounds. Who are our nerds?
Okay, so we're gonna go with every listicle on the internet has listed these 3 as the top 3 nerds in sitcom history.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with classic Steve Urkel, post when he became an adult. So it's fair. Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And Dwight Schrute from The Office.
Ooh! Wow! Nick wants to go first. Nick, you're in. Lightning round.
Wed Dwight Schrute. He has a whole acres of land and a house. He'll be good for the rest of your life.
He's got a farm, sure.
Behead that pretentious Dick Sheldon, and then you can go ahead and bed Urkel. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Very,
Urkel as Steve Urkel or as Stefan or Knoell?
I was gonna say Stefan.
Whichever's nerdiest.
Nick clearly never seen the show.
Stacy, what's yours?
I'm learning a lot about my marriage that I didn't know.
So this is all
Mary Urkel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably kill Sheldon. I'm sorry, darling. And yeah, in bed, Dwight K. Schrute.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm with you 100%, Stacy. That is also my pick. I would definitely wed Urkel. He's a classic comedy character. I would definitely bed Dwight Schrute because it doesn't get sexier than that, and I would absolutely murder Sheldon.
Wow.
How about Dave now? Dave?
Yeah, I'm a little bit different. I find Dwight Schrute to be a threat to my own manhood, so I am going to behead him. I am going to bed Sheldon because I like a good, angry, you know what? And I am going to say, did I do that to Steve Urkel?
Oh, deep cut and well played, sir.
Millennial cut.
Very good. Okay, well that was a lightning quick round, Rich. Do you have
We
more?
haven't chat yet.
Huh? Oh, Chad. I'm so sorry, Chad. That was not even an intentional
Chad
slight.
is processing the options here because
Okay.
I don't like any of my options.
Chad is also speaking in third person, which I love. I love that,
Oh,
Chad.
TJ.
We have 3 rounds. I honestly agree with my man Nick. I can't stand Sheldon, so he's got to go. Urkel seems like a fun guy, so we're gonna bed him, and Dwight can work on a farm. So like, okay, cool. Marriage.
Urkel lives with a family. Urkel lives with a family. Come
I
on.
love how all the unmarried people were like, I'm going to marry him because he's rich to whoever it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're all
It doesn't
very
always
super
work
sweet.
out. Rachel married me for my money, and now look at her.
Yeah,
She's just.
I married a professional musician for the money.
That was your fault.
Playing the long game.
Do we have more nerds?
We have so many nerds.
Oh my gosh, there's more nerds.
Okay. Round 2.
Round 2.
Okay. Our choices are the professor from Gilligan's Island,
Ooh.
Niles Crane from Frasier, and Carlton from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Ooh. All right, hands. Anybody ready to go? Raise your hand if you're ready to go.
Ready.
Nick's always ready.
Nick's always ready. Nick, go first.
Yeah. So you wed Niles because just conversations every day. So
Oh, yeah.
you could just talk for hours. And
Yeah.
then kill Carlton because he's just annoying, and then bed the professor because I don't know.
He's beautiful.
He's hot.
Why not? Because why not?
Yeah,
I was focused on those first 2, really.
Yeah, for sure. Stacy?
I would wed Carlton because he's like awesome. He would be like my best friend. What were the other options?
Niles.
Niles
Marry Niles. Free healthcare.
Fair.
And then off the professor.
You did marry
Because
Niles.
who needs to make a radio out of coconuts these days?
That's for sure. It never helped them anyway. Yeah, it never helped them at all. I would definitely behead the dude from Frasier. What's his name?
Niles.
Kill that guy. Oh God, look at him. Look at that tie. Kill him with his tie. I would definitely wed Carlton because of the money and because of the dancing and because of the social status. And I would absolutely have sex with the professor because look at him. He's beefy. He's beefy.
I'm with you, Gib. 100%.
Well,
Yeah, I'm also with you 100%, Gib. I mean, I have to David Hyde pierce the neck of Niles Crane with a knife.
Well played.
The reason I want to marry Carlton is because for once in my life, I would have a partner who is a worse dancer than me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll never find that.
That's I don't know. Very good. Another lightning round. Rach, do we have a third round? Bring it home.
Yes, absolutely. Nerd culture is interesting because in my research, all female nerds are always super hot. So we're going to do Nerd Ladies right now.
I mean, nerd ladies are hot. That's a real thing.
That is very true.
Very true. And these were 3 of the most popular nerdy ladies, and they're 3 very different kinds of nerds. Serves very different fandoms. I think you'll enjoy. Here we go. Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec.
Oh my goodness.
Velma D.
What are you doing to me?
know that one.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh my God.
And Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh my goodness.
This is hard.
Oh.
How dare you make
Right?
me put all of my ladies against each other?
This is cruel.
I knew this would be hard for Chad.
Nick, you go first. Nick is now always all time goes first.
Marry Leslie Knope just because like gifts and like every day showered with like lovely things and she's very attentive and all that. And she's very put together. And then kill Velma cartoon. I don't care. And then bed Willow because come on.
Oh God. Oh my God.
All right.
Stacy, what do you think?
I would have to murder Leslie because she's a corporatist capitalist, and then fucking go die and shit in a hole.
How do you feel?
I'm a socialist. Anyway, I would
Thanks, Patrick.
make sweet love to Velma, obviously, and
yes.
marry Willow.
Yes.
Marry Willow.
Marry the fuck out of Willow.
David Knoell.
Okay, I am going to bed Leslie Knope, and then I'm going to bed Thelma,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to bed Wilma.
At the same
I'm
time.
with that guy. I'm with that guy 100%. 100%. All beds, no beheads, no weds. It's yes. I ditto him. Chad?
See, I agree with you, Dave, but I played the game properly, so I had to figure out the list. I, like Stacy, I have to kill off Leslie Knope. I love her dearly. I would have to hang out with little Sebastian before this all happened.
He's amazing.
Before I killed her, like
Correct. I'd still hang out with her before that.
He's 5,000 candles in the wind, baby.
Correct. I would have to bed Willow because I mean, I'm not blind.
Yeah.
And marry Velma because like the bedding is a part of the marriage. Am I right? So she just gets the best of everything. Also, I love
I've
a good
been told that, Chad. I've been told that the betting is part of the marriage, but Rachel says we don't consummate until year 5. So I've fingers crossed.
Hold on, I gotta make notes. Okay.
Yeah.
You told me it was year 10.
I'm getting conflicting notes in my notebook.
It's a lot. It's a lot of different information. Well, this was a rousing, and I'm very excited by that final round. And my goodness, I need to go cool down. Hey, Dave Knoell, out there in Chicago, please give your lovely wife and a dog a kiss for me, and be back on the show soon. And your misguided youth students, please encourage them to contribute more to the show.
We love them.
We love them. We love their weird humor and
more ghost cooking.
More ghost.
Thanks for having us. We'll have lots more coming your way.
Oh, we can't wait for it, buddy. I love you, my friend. Thank you. Mwah!
Thank you, David.
Goodbye, David Knoell. Thank you to everybody. This has been a long show, but I think it's been a fun show. Before I let anybody go, I just want to briefly put a shout out to my producer circle level of the inner circle members here at Open Stage: Miles Babin, Chris Baldridge, Dave Skirpon, William and Sharia Ben, Michael Chapeloni, Jeff and Caitlin Copus, Desiree DeSoto, Harold and Maureen Dunbar, the Freeman family, Matthew Golden, America's second favorite sweetheart, Mary Lou and Raymond Harris, Nicholas Hughes, Dr. Craig Keel and Renee Cluck Keel, Wayne and Gloria Landon, my 2 favorite people on the planet, Bill and Beverly Lair, Howard Pullman, Karen Rook, Craig Sager, Brad and Colleen Sanders, Kristen Schofield, and John and Abby Tierney. Go check out Midtown Cinema if you live in Harrisburg. Go check out Midtown Cinema. Thank you to Collin Shook. Thank you to David Knoell and his bizarre students. Thank you to Nick and Stacy Werner and Dave Richwine, Patrick Hughes, Liz Curtis, Wayne Landon, Dan McGregor, Benny Benameda, who does something, and Bree Dow and Stuart Landon, and even you, Chad Michelson, and my lovely wife, Rachel Landon. Hey, you know what's crazy? On Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's this crazy gay show called The Obstructed View. You should check it out. It's super fun. America's Sweetheart is on it. Stuart Landon is on it. Matt Golden is on it. And a lot of really cool people. So check that out. And guess what? Big news coming next week. The Black News Beat HBG gets their own night. Wednesday, second and fourth Wednesdays. Dr. Kamika Campbell and her crew are going to be coming here, dropping some education, dropping some entertainment. It's going to be amazing. Cannot wait. Subscribe to our YouTube. Become friends with us on the Facebook. Join our Facebook group. It's so much fun. Become an Inner Circle member and make everybody's lives better. Please remember that Black Lives Matter. Please remember that we're still in a pandemic. And even if people are getting shots, you still got to wear a goddamn mask. Please take care of each other. And Nick and Stacy, please take us out.
All right. I'm going to eat something delicious for you.
Oh, God.
Very salty.
My talented friends, the very talented